A very warm welcome, my dear friends, to Canopy of Science. Today we are going to learn about reflection of sounds, that is echo. So let's embark on this journey. Happy learning! Have you ever thought why you hear your voice twice when you talk in a large empty room or a large empty hall, or when you shout out beside the hill area? This is because the first sound which you hear is the sound which you produce from your mouth. The second voice which you hear is the reflected voice of your own. This phenomenon is called as echo. Sound waves, like any other wave, when strike a hard surface, it returns back to the original place from where it is produced, following the laws of reflection. The returning back of sound wave on striking a surface such as a wall, metal sheet, etc. is called reflection of sound. The reflection of sound does not require a smooth and shining surface like a mirror, which is required for reflection of light. On the other hand, sound waves get reflected from any surface, whether it is smooth or whether it is rough. The only requirement for the reflection of sound wave is that the size of the reflecting surface from which the sound is to be getting reflected must be bigger than the wavelength of the sound. We can define echo as the sound heard after reflection from a distant obstacle like a cliff, a hillside, walls of a building, or edge of a forest, etc., after the original sound has ceased or stopped. This is called an echo. An echo can be heard only if the distance between the person who is producing the sound and the rigid obstacle or the reflector from which the sound will get reflected is long enough, or these two are quite far apart to allow the reflected sound to reach the person who produced the sound at least 0.1 second after the original sound is heard. This is because we human beings can distinguish two sounds separately only when they are 0.1 second apart from one another. Suppose here the man is hearing two sounds, one from source A and one from source B. The sound from source A reaches the ear of the man first. The sound from source B will be heard by this man only and if the sound from source B reaches the ear of the man 0.1 second later than the sound of source A reaches his ear. Hence, we are saying that echo is heard distinctly separated from the original sound if it reaches the ear at least 0.1 second after the original sound. Now we need to calculate how much should be the distance between the person and the reflector so that a good echo can be produced. Let us take small d be the distance between this man and the hill. If capital V be the speed of sound in the medium, then the total distance which will be travelled by the sound to reach the obstacle and then again come back to the man will be d plus d, that is 2d. Time taken t is equals to total distance travelled divided by speed of the sound, which is equal to 2d divided by v. The distance between the man and the hill, small d, is equals to speed of the sound into time taken divided by 2. Minimum time which should be present between the original sound and the reflected sound is 0.1 second. And for speed of sound in air, we know it is 340 meter per second. So if we put the value in the above formula, we will get that small d is equals to 340 into 0.1 divided by 2, which is equal to 17 meter. Thus, To hear an echo distinctly, the reflecting surface in air should be at a minimum distance of 17 meters from the man who is producing the sound. If the distance is less than 17 meters between the source of the sound and the reflecting surface, then a distinct echo will not be heard. Let us now summarize what are the conditions required for hearing an echo distinctly. Number 1. The minimum distance between the source of sound and the reflector in air must be 17 meters. This distance varies in different medium. Number 2. The size of the reflector must be large enough than the wavelength of the sound. And lastly, the intensity of sound should be such that the reflected sound reaching the ear is sufficiently intense enough to be audible by the person. In the coming videos, we will know about the various applications of echo in the field of science. So subscribe to Canopy of Science and stay tuned. Thank you for listening with patience. If you have any doubt, mention it in the comment section. Until next time, stay healthy, stay motivated and keep learning, as knowledge is everywhere. You just need to grab it.